Hey everybody, it's Roxy, Kyler, and Eli, and we are so excited for y'all to join us for Camp Creation this summer. It is a digital or virtual Camp Creation, so hopefully you can bring camp wherever you go this summer. We have a few fun, exciting things to tell you for this week. All of our supplies for Camp Creation are in these handy dandy Camp Creation reusable totes. So Sunday afternoon we are having a Camp Creation party at church where all of our campers will come to pick up the bags, and in it you have all of the supplies that you'll need for all of the crafts that are included in the videos. If you're not able to make it to that event, then I will drop the bags off directly at your house, and we'll include videos on how to decorate your camp shirts. Will be one of the activities that we do at church on Sunday. And then we also will be making name tags out of wood slices, kind of like when we're at like a museum or like at other camps, we have name tags. So we're gonna be doing that at camp. We're also making story stones. So I'll include those videos in today's lesson in case you can't make it to church on Sunday. You can just do those activities at home. So we will have a structure each day where we come together, watch the video, hear the lesson, and then we'll go out on a nature walk, and then we will do our crafts for that day. Sound good? All right, well, stay tuned for our story. Thanks for joining us today. Now is our time for our lesson. For day one, we are going to be telling the part of creation for day and light. Now, I wonder, what is the greatest gift that you've ever gotten?
Art supplies.
Art supplies.
And dinosaurs.
Dinosaur toys. Some gifts are so great that we sometimes forget that they're gifts. We think about presents as things that we get on our birthday or for Christmas and toys that we really, really want. But sometimes there are such great gifts that we forget are even gifts. God created all of creation, all of nature and everything in it. And that is a great, great gift. In the beginning, there was nothing except for darkness and maybe a big smile. There was God.
That's a big smile. That's a little one.
Big smile. Show me the biggest smile. Big smile. There was a big smile because God was happy. But God also wanted to create something bigger than just God. God wanted to be in relationship. God wanted to create something and to care for something. And so, on the first day of creation, God divided the darkness and created light. And I don't mean just the light in a light bulb. I don't mean just the light in a night light, but I mean all the light that is light. And when God saw the light and the dark, God said, "It is good." And we say, "Thank you, God, for the light and the dark." Now, I wonder, what is your favorite thing about light?
So we can see.
So we can see? Yeah. What do you think?
To see what we're playing.
Yeah, to see what we're playing, to turn on light and we can see what we're reading, or we can turn on our lights on our car at night, or the sun can shine and the sun will help to grow flowers with its light. I wonder what your favorite thing about darkness is.
So when we're going to sleep back, we have a little dark so we don't wake up.
Yeah, so we don't wake up. I love darkness because then I can see lightning bugs. I love lightning bugs. I love darkness because then I can see the moon and the stars. Yeah. Darkness is good. Sometimes darkness is good just to appreciate light. I wonder what your favorite part about light and darkness is.
My favorite dark is when I sleep and stay awake.
Thank you.
Watch a movie.
And watch a movie. Yeah, it's fun to stay up in the dark and see fireworks sometimes. Well, I hope that you enjoy this day of fun activities to be able to celebrate light and dark. Bye. Now's our time to go on our daily nature walk. You can pause the video and go explore the great outdoors with your Camp Creation bag, nature journal, and the only thing you need to find is a stick that's as wide as a sheet of paper. We'll be using that in the next craft. Alrighty, now that we are back from our nature walks, we are going to open our bags. Now, it's a little bit different this year. Not everything is separated into different days' craft supplies. So you'll have to listen, you'll have to listen to the instructions. So everything you need plus more is in your Camp Creation bag. It's kind of like Kyler went to an art museum camp and he had the maker's table, and it's kind of like that, a whole bunch of loose supplies that you can use in your crafts, but it might be important to listen to some of the instructions so that we don't use something before we get to that craft, okay? So I would like everybody to get their Camp Creation bags, and in it pull out the cardboard. Oh yeah, the mask might be a good one. Eli, you can show everybody your mask. So as you're going on nature walks or as you're whatever, you can use your mask to help keep you safe. And you can be different animal prints. So you're a zebra. Eli, which one are you?
Cheetah.
A cheetah. So we're animals. That's fun. There are also these nature journals that you can bring with you. Thank you.
Also there's feathers.
There are, but that's for other days. So we're gonna put that one back. Thank you. And what I want you to do is pull out the cardboard that's in there, and it is connected to paper with a...
Do we need a thing?
No, thank you. And it is connected to all of our paper. So this is kind of what our agenda is for each day of Camp Creation, and what you can also use while you're out in the field doing your nature walks and that kind of stuff. So you'll see that it is paper clipped on, so you can just remove the paper clip. I added a few extra rubber bands, but you really only need one. And we're going to take one end of your rubber band and get your stick. Okay, and you're going to put your rubber band around the stick and then thread it. Thread means putting the rubber band through, it's down there, the hole of the left side of your paper. So see, you've now attached it to the paper on one side, and then you're going to push it through the hole of the cardboard, which might be a little tricky, and you could use your paper clip at this time to stick that through. So I'm gonna bend out my paper clip like this, and I'll help you in a minute. And then stick the stick the rubber band through the hole. So now it's on the back, okay? Then you're going to take the rubber band and put it to the other side where the other hole is. Stick it through. And it might be helpful. This might be a good idea. I'm going to put the paper clip through the hole and the paper. I'm going to try to grab it on with that. Maybe that will work.
But I was saying no on.
Okay.
What do you need now?
So this works to help to loop it, so you're welcome to bend that paper clip in whatever way you
What
need.
are you doing now?
And then, Eli, can you get that other end of the stick? You're going to loop the other end of the stick onto the rubber band. So now you have a sweet little clipboard made out of your stick, recycled rubber cardboard, and a rubber band, and you can then go through and every day follow along with us with what today is, the different activities that we have on each page, artwork done by different artists, and you can follow along like a in-field nature journal. Another thing that would be helpful too, potentially, is if you took the other rubber band and you put it in the bottom of the cardboard. So if it's on a windy day, the rubber band will act to hold the paper flat so that you can write on it, include your notes, answer the questions. So on day 1, you see Camp Creation Monday, when God made light and dark. Today we will watch the lesson for day 1. That's what we just did. And then we'll do the craft 1, story, painting the story stones, if you didn't do that yesterday. Then craft 2, shadow tracing. And then do some other things like the name tag and putting the journal together, and the shirt decorating too, that you can work on today. And then there are some reflection questions. So write or draw your answers. And then the questions are, how do you feel in the light? How do you feel in the dark? Why do we need both light and dark? How can you show your things for the light and dark? So I invite you to spend some time later today out in nature reflecting on those questions. And you can either draw pictures or write down your words, and maybe ask an adult to help you spell out some words if you're needing a little bit of help. But just meditate on that and be in nature, and stay tuned for your next lesson. If you weren't able to make it to Sunday's Camp Creation party at church, you can now make your Camp Creation name tag. In your bag, you will get out the wood slice with the twine rope that's already attached. This is going to be what you draw on and make your name tag with. You'll also want to get out the yarn that is in your bag. This can be used as the string necklace around your neck. You're welcome to decorate these wood slices in any way that you want. If you have markers, crayons, maybe some paint or paint markers, you're welcome to use any of those. You can draw your picture, you can write your name, any way that will make you feel special, and just as a way to be able to say, hey, this is who I am. We liked to wear these name tags while we go out on our nature walks as well. Another option, if you have beads at home, is you can string beads onto the yarn to add to the necklace. One thing that we thought was super helpful was putting tape on the ends of the yarn so that we could better stick the yarn through the wooden beads that we had at home. So you're welcome to try that as well. Enjoy! Now's our time to make our creation story stones if you didn't do that at church at the party. We're going to pull out just the 7 white stones from your bag and watch this video as we go through the process of painting the images from our creation story onto our rocks. That way, every day when you visit this Camp Creation video, you'll be able to tell the story with your very own story stones. I like to start with one color at a time. So first I chose to just paint the yellow. I did half of one rock yellow and just the moon on the other. Then there's a lot of blue, so I did that one next. I painted around the birds of the air and the sky and the stars and around the moon, blue, as well as the firmament. And notice that I kept the white of the stone for where it would be white on the picture. You're also welcome to go back in and paint this white, but I figured since the rocks were already white that I would just save on paint. But do whatever feels the most comfortable for you. Also, if these designs are hard, think about just a symbol that would remind you of that story. Next, I did black. You can see I painted the night sky black and the oceans black. Then I did brown, the people with 2 legs and animals with 4 legs, and the dirt. Then I moved on to the green, around the people and the green growing things. We left the last stone white because that was the 7th day of creation, the day of rest or Sabbath. Now's our time to do some shadow tracing. Our friend Silas is leading this tutorial. He decided to get a toy from inside and trace the outline of the dark shadow. You can see the difference between the dark and the light that this toy has on the paper. Trace the outline of that shape, and then you're welcome to color it in. You're also welcome to bring your paper out onto a nature walk and find shadows that happen naturally in nature. Maybe there's some cool trees or leaves that are casting a shadow on a sidewalk or in a park. Feel free to trace those too. Enjoy! Hey everybody! If you were not able to make it to church yesterday, you will also be able to find a Camp Creation screen printed shirt that is in your bag. I'll include a video on how this is made, but you are able to take this shirt and to decorate it in any way with fabric markers, fabric crayons, and just think about what are the ways that we can care for creation, and then write those words or draw those pictures on the shirt. You're welcome to draw on the front, on the back. You could do your name. Maybe there's a nickname, maybe there's a nature nickname that you have that you want to paint across the back. And this will be our Camp Creation shirt for this year, which I'm super excited about. Some of those things, when you think about how can you care for creation, might be things like recycling or composting or eating less meat or not cutting down trees or recycling paper, those kind of things. So think about ways that you can care for the gift that God gave us and put those reminders on your shirt. And I hope that this is a special project for you to work on today and really all throughout the week if you would like to. Also, if you are following along on our nature field guide journal, you'll see that the first page has the Monday's agenda. There's also a few other pages in here that say find these tree shapes and then different types of leaves. And this artwork was designed by Ephraim Lloyd, who goes to our church. And you can go on a nature walk and try to find each of these different tree shapes along your walk. So maybe you have a pyramidal or a conical or a columnar or spreading or vase shaped or rounded or broad shaped trees. And as you find them, mark them off or even maybe include a note of where you found them. There's also different types of leaves, so alternating leaves so there's one leaf and then one leaf and then one leaf and then one leaf. Or opposite leaves where it will be opposite from each other, or world leaves. This is an example of opposite. You see that each leaf is opposite of the other. This is an example of alternate, so it's one down here, and on the other side it's up there, and on the other side it's up there. Behind me is some Lenten roses, and those are whorled, and you can see maybe the Culver's root. I'm not going to pick it because there's just a little bit of it here, but you can see that there's 4 leaves. There's 4 leaves all whorled around the stem. Then it's a little break, and then there's 4 leaves whorled around the stem. And there's a break, and there's 4 leaves whorled around the stem. So try to see if you can find these different shapes on your nature walk. You can also see that there is a page about a breathing tree. If you can read, then I invite you to read this on your own. If you can't read it, I will read it for you, since some of you might be doing this activity on your own. So as you know, a tree is a living thing. Although living things breathe, trees and plants don't breathe through lungs like we do, but through their stomata. These are tiny pores or openings that allow plants' leaves to take in carbon dioxide and let out oxygen. Try this fun experiment. Materials needed: a large glass jar or bowl, water, a leaf, a rock, and if you have a magnifying glass, then you're welcome to use that. Fill a large glass jar or bowl with water. The glass will allow you to see the process from all angles. Collect a leaf directly from a tree, not one that has already fallen, because that's already started the process of decaying, and it won't show you the experiment as good. And place it in your jar or bowl. Place a rock on the leaf to hold it down at the bottom. Place your glass jar in a sunny area, preferably outside. The leaf will use energy from the sun to complete the process of photosynthesis. Let your leaf sit out for several hours before observing its changes. Do you see the tiny oxygen bubbles forming around the edges of the leaf? Your leaf is breathing. And at the bottom of this page, you'll see that you can color it. It says color me, and there's a sun, and then it shows you chlorophyll makes the leaves green, so color that first one green. Then as the seasons change, the days will shorten, there will be less sun, the leaves change color to orange, so color that next one orange. Then the veins in the leaves start to close, trapping sugar in some of the leaves, turning them red. So that last one will be red. And then when winter comes, the leaves fall off of the tree, and the tree focuses all of its energies on growing its roots underneath. So those are the additional pages that are in this binder just for y'all. I hope that you had fun today, and I look forward to starting Tuesday with you tomorrow. Bye.